welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be doing my Premier League game week 9 predictions, and there are some absolute corkers in this game. Fully absolute corkers. We've got the North London derby, we've got the Manchester derby, and we've got pretty much the Al Sakiko derby in Leicester versus Nottingham Forest. Also, that's also the East Midlands derby. We have some corkers this weekend. Some big games, some even more big games, and then even more big games. I'm very excited for it. We're doing the predictions, and also got the league simulator right here on game week 9. So I just did it just now. Literally, has played all 8 games now, and you can see there's a table. We're going to that after we do our predictions. Should we start off with the North London derby in Arsenal versus Tottenham? Wow. It's first v third. 1 point separate these two sides. So if Tottenham win, they leapfrog Arsenal. If Arsenal win, they are 4 points clear of Tottenham, their rivals. Arsenal has the home advantage. They have won 6 games this season, lost 1. Tottenham have won 5 this season and drawn 2. And so Tottenham and City are the only teams who haven't lost. So that's in favour of Tottenham. They have not lost this season. Arsenal have. They got battered 3-1 by Man United. So this game's actually going to be quite interesting. Arsenal v Tottenham. It's the big one. It's a huge one. I'm very excited to watch this game. I'm going to live stream it on my James Fox Football Dash live stream. I'll do a live stream on this if the live stream actually works. It has worked, so hopefully it works. But yeah, I will do a live stream on this game. The North London derby is a massive game. Prediction wise, I don't want to sit on the fence in this such a big game. We go for a 3-2 Arsenal win, and that'll put Arsenal 4 points clear of Tottenham. For me, 3-2 Arsenal. Wow, what a game that would be! What a game. Moving on to Bournemouth versus Brentford. Bournemouth 12th, Brentford 9th. 1 point separate these two sides. Brentford 2 wins, 3 draws, 2 losses. Bournemouth 2 wins, 2 draws, 3 losses. So both teams doing decent. Bournemouth on one hand have actually done very well, and I'm very surprised they've done this well. I not expect them to do this well. They've been through some decent games, decent results. 1-1 over Newcastle, good result. A 3-2 win over Forest, a 0-0 over Wolves. There is that 9-0 over Liverpool in their heads, but it's not going to be, absolutely critical. Bournemouth at home, it's going to be tight with Brentford. I'm going for a 1-1 draw. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Moving on to Crystal Palace versus Chelsea. Chelsea 7th, Palace 16th. Chelsea with the new gaffer in name. Oh no, I've forgot his name. Oh, it's a disaster class. Graham Potter, that's it. Graham Potter. Yeah, so we've got Graham Potter as manager. And I think he came off with a 1-1 draw with Salzburg was their last game. Then they got their Liverpool game postponed. Palace is a tough team away. They haven't gone off to the best start this season, and it's a difficult start to the season. I don't know who they faced. But yeah, they've had 2 games postponed. They had 0-0 over Newcastle, 1-1 over Brentford, a 4-2 loss to City, a 1-1 over Palace, a 3-1 over Liverpool. Honestly, they've had some tough tests. They had Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City already. They would have had Man United, and now they have Chelsea. That's tough. For me, though, I think it's going to be a Chelsea masterclass, 2-0 Chelsea. It's going to be tight. Of course, it's going to be tight. Chelsea have not been their best at all. So yeah, you've got that. The new manager, I don't know what they're going to do. But moving on to Fulham versus Newcastle. Fulham in 6th, Newcastle in 10th. Two teams that have actually surprised me this season. 3 points separate these two sides. Fulham are having an absolute masterclass this season. A world-class start. A world-class start. This Newcastle side, no one win all season. And they're still 10th. That just shows what you can do. You have 1 win and 5 draws, and you're literally mid-table. Brilliant. Mitrovic is on fire. Your defense is terrified. 6 goals in as many matches. Actually, 7 matches. So that's pretty much goal a match, apart from 1 match. So Fulham and Mitrovic having a party. I think Fulham will score again, and they will beat Newcastle 2-1. Massive game. Moving on to Liverpool Brighton. Brighton in 4th, Liverpool in 8th. 4 points separated two sides. So even if Liverpool do beat Brighton, they will not go ahead of them. Liverpool have had a stinker. Same with Chelsea, same with Leicester and all that. They've had an absolute stinkers. It's as simple as that. Liverpool, what's it? 8th, 2 wins, 3 draws, and a loss. Awful. Not awful, but it's just they played every single game last season. Every single game they could. They got into every single final, plus all the Premier League games. That's so many games that to play. They've tied themselves up from last season. So they're not having an awful start. They're 9 points off top. So it's going to be difficult to get, into the charge. So, and they need to start winning games. And I think they're going to draw 1-1. It'll have to come next game. Who do they have next? It's going to have to come then. They have the Rangers in the Champions League, and then they have Arsenal. Oh, that's tough. That's a tough cookie to crack. So yeah, good luck to Liverpool. Moving on to Southampton versus Everton. Southampton sit in 14th, Everton sit in 13th. Only 3 goal difference separate these two sides, both in 7 points. Not both teams are doing bad. Really interesting. Southampton 2 wins, 1 draw, and 4 losses. Everton 1 win, 4 draws, and 2 losses. So they've won 1 game all season, drawn 4. So they're drawing a lot of games, and they're unbeaten in their last 5. 4 draws and a win. So they've got that in their advantage. The last game was a 1-0 win over West Ham, so that's good confidence for them. For me, it's a Desmond 2-2 draw. No, actually, it won't be that entertaining. I'm actually going to go with 2-1 Southampton. Yeah. Moving on to West Ham versus Wolves. West Ham 18th, Wolves 17th. What a game. What an interesting game to see at 5:30. What a game to have a look at. West Ham in the relegation zone by 2 points, and they're playing Wolves. West Ham win, they leapfrog Wolves. Wolves win, they go 5 points clear of the drop zone, which is naturally no, because of Nottingham Forest. But honestly, this game is so huge. Wolves win, they cement themselves out, because if Leicester beat Forest, if Leicester beat Forest and Wolves win, 5 points clear of the drop zone. But West Ham win, it gets a bit tense for Wolves, because then Leicester and Forest will be 2 points off them. So it's getting nervy, and for me, it'll be a West Ham masterclass. 1-0. Yeah, naturally. 2-1 Wolves. No. 2-1 West Ham. Final. 2-1 West Ham. And West Ham will leapfrog Wolves. Wow. Moving on to the Manchester derby. Manchester City versus Manchester United. Manchester City sits second on 17 points. They are unbeaten in 7. United are fifth on 12 points, 4 wins and 2 losses. 4 wins on the trot. Absolutely dominating teams left, right, and centre. A 3-1 over Arsenal, 1-0 over Leicester, a 1-0 over Southampton, and a 2-1 over Liverpool. It's not been, thrashing left, right, and centre, but it's been some good results. Simple as that. Some good, strong results. They've just beaten Arsenal and Liverpool, and no one can say they're having a bad start. They're having a brilliant start. They had a bad start. Their 2 losses on the bounce, but now they've gained that, and they're winning games left, right, and centre. Man City, of course, will be a test. Haaland, 11 goals in 7 games even. 11 goals in 7 games, that's insane. Plus goals in the Champions League. He's a goal machine. I'm going to go for a 3-3 draw. And that could sound absolutely bonkers. I am so annoyed I can't live stream this game because I've got a football match myself. But I'll be looking back at this result and thinking, wow, what a game this will be. What a game this will be. Man City versus Manchester United. It's a Manchester derby. Wow. Leeds United, moving on to Leeds United versus Aston Villa. 11th v 15th. Villa. Actually, if West Ham do beat Wolves, West Ham go level with Villa. So Villa really have to start picking up results now. 1 point separate these two sides, but Villa have to pick up points now. It's now or never. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw though. Yogi, trying to scare me. 1-1 draw for me. Moving on to the last game and one of the biggest games, even though it's Manchester derby and the North London derby, is Leicester v Forest. It's 19th v 20th. It's Leicester win, they go ahead of Forest. If Forest wins, Brendan Rodgers is probably going to be sacked. It's the Al Sackiko. I think Steve Cooper could not get sacked if he loses this game because I don't know. He might get sacked. He spent a lot of money. So I'm not sure of Leicester. I think Leicester will just about climb the result and win 2-0 over Forest. Yeah, I think I'll go down and Leicester will leapfrog Forest. But yeah, looking at the results now, I've gone for an Arsenal 3, Tottenham 2, Bournemouth 1, Brentford 1, Palace 0, Chelsea 2, Fulham 2, Newcastle 1. Liverpool 1, Brighton 1, Southampton 2, Everton 1, West Ham 2, Wolves 1, Manchester City 3, Manchester United 3, Leeds United 1, Villa 1, and Leicester City 2, Forest. No. So yeah, should we move on to the last part of the video, and that is the League Simulator. An absolutely huge part of this video is from now on. There will be a League Simulator, and we'll be looking back on the table from the League Simulator and at the end of the season, both Championship and the Premier League. And then when the World Cup happens, we'll be doing another one, the official League Simulator predictions. And then as the World Cup, every game that the World Cup goes on, we'll be doing it as well. But we'll be doing an official League Simulator World Cup predictions about a few days before it actually commences. But as you can tell, I'll go through the table because literally right before this video, I did all 8 games. So Chelsea sit bottom, Brighton 19th, Villa 18th, Everton 17th, Leeds 16th, Newcastle 15th, Bournemouth 14th, Wolves 13th, Southampton 12th, Palace 11th, Arsenal 10th, Brentford 9th, Fulham 8th, Man City 7th, Tottenham 6th, Leicester 5th, West Ham 4th, Man United 3rd, Liverpool 2nd, and Nottingham Forest 1st. So you can tell it's not, based on, the top 6, the big 6. It's just absolutely randomised. The games from from League Simulator is going to be different from the actual Premier League. But should we get into it with Palace, Wolves, Leeds, Brighton, Tottenham Forest, West Ham, Everton, Liverpool, Chelsea, Southampton, Fulham, Leicester United, Villa City, Brentford, Bournemouth, and Newcastle, Arsenal. And looking at the results now, it's Crystal Palace 2, Wolves 0. Leeds 1, Brighton 2. Tottenham 3, Forest 1. West Ham 0, Everton 2. Liverpool 1, Chelsea 0. Southampton 1, Fulham 1. Leicester City 2, Manchester United 1. Villa 1, Man City 0. Brentford 1, Bournemouth 0. And Newcastle 1, Arsenal 0. So that is the Game Week 9 results for the League Simulator. Chelsea 8 points off safety. Poor start, and Forest stayed top, but it's close between Liverpool, Leicester, Tottenham, even United are in there. West Ham are in there as well. So Chelsea sit 20th, Leeds 19th, Brighton 18th, Wolves 17th, Bournemouth 16th, 15th, Arsenal. Wow, one win has got Villa from, I think, 18th to 14th. It's a brilliant win for Villa. Villa in 14th, Southampton in 13th, City in 12th, Everton in 11th, 10th Fulham, 9th Newcastle, 8th Palace, 7th Brentford, 6th West Ham, 5th Man United, 4th Tottenham, 3rd Leicester, 2nd Liverpool, and 1st Nottingham Forest. So you can see there, Chelsea, Brentford, that is 20th v 7th. Then the other corkers, Liverpool, Palace, and 2nd v 8th. We'll really get into Man United, West Ham, 56. That's a big game, both in the same amount of points. But yeah, that does wrap up the video, the League Simulator and the Super Brew predictions for the Premier League Game Week 9. It's been a mental video, some absolute corkers of the North London, the Manchester, and the Al Sacchico. But yeah, that does wrap up the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.